Hello, welcome to episode 311. We're going to be controlling a wandering trader by using his wander target. Now, this seems like a lot of blocks just for setting a wander target. And the reason being is because we're doing a few different ways. We're setting them directly ourselves. We are copying coordinates to storage and then setting it from storage. We are changing only one element of the storage, one position, one coordinate rather. We are taking a coordinate from storage, incrementing it by adding or decrementing, and then putting it back into storage. Or we are creating an array of locations which we can cycle him through. So let's give a little example. So let's summon him, and we'll just say go to the little green block. Off he goes. When he gets there, he'll stop. He stopped. And now he's got no wander target. He'll do whatever he likes now. And the set storage does exactly the same, but it's a different technique. Okay. And we can change the position. So now he's going over there. Okay, we can increment the position. So now each time we press this, actually I think I changed it to decrement at the moment. I think we're removing. So let's change that to add just for the demonstration purposes. So each time we press it, he's going to go 10 blocks further. And again, so on. We keep pressing that. And we can create an array. And we can make him cycle through the array. So what he's doing now is he's going to the first location in the array, which is here. And then the second is there, and the third is about here. So what he'll do is he'll just cycle through these 3 different locations, which we have stored in data, get, storage, trader data. Those are the 3 locations we've got stored. You can store as many as you like. And he is just cycling through those 3 locations. Okay, so that's why there's so many command blocks, because we're doing it in a lot of different ways. Just so you've got a nice idea. We start basic, and then we just sort of get a bit more complicated as we go along. Anyway, as usual, I'm waffling on too long, so let's just get on and make it now. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to summon the trader. And I'm going to leave a space, because later on we'll need a little bit of setup. We'll need some scoreboard objectives. We don't need them now, though, so I'll just save the space for them. And let's summon a trader. Summon, that'll do. I was about to start typing the whole command. Summon a wandering trader, a little bit in the Z direction, and we'll give him a tag. Tags, myTrader, and you can be silent. You might not want him to be silent. I do. There he is. Okay, hello. Let's get some coordinates of a block. This one will do. Oh, let's mark it. Actually, let's so we can see. Let's mark it. Fill. Tab. Okay. Copy that. Right, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set his wander target, which at the moment he doesn't have. So if we check his data, he won't have a wander target. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him a wander target, and then he will wander to that target, funnily enough. And when he gets there, he will then remove that data from himself, so he'll no longer have it. So we'll call this set manually. They're all going to be manually. I'm going to be pressing the button, but it's just to distinguish them, really. Actually, I'll call it set directly, because we are going to directly edit his data. That makes a bit more sense. We are going to execute as any entity, so all entities with the tag myTrader, run data modify entity at s wander target. So I've made a nice little mistake there. WanderTarget.X set value, and I have no idea what this put. Did I copy them? I did. Okay, and we want the X, so let's get rid of the Z and get rid of the Y. Are done? You're in the way. You're doing that on purpose, aren't you? Oh, get out of the way. Let's copy that block and put it down again. Change it to chain, always active. And we'll change his Y Let's paste those coordinates again. Okay, let's get rid of the Z. We'll keep the Y. Get rid of the X. Done. And let's change his Z. Make sure you've got capital X, Y, Z, not little one. And we'll keep the Z this time and get rid of the X and Y. Done. Now if I press this, he's probably, he's on his way. Oh, he's gone straight between the blocks. Sometimes they get stuck on a block for a little bit. They will eventually just jump over it, but he's gone there. So he's gone there and then he's deleted his WanderTarget. Let's do a data get entity, any entity, tag equals myTrader, and we'll have to limit that. Limit equals 1. Okay, I'll run that now. We won't look at it yet. I'll clear the chat. Now, if I give him a target, and if I'm quick, I was quick. Okay, we look here, we can see at the bottom he's got a WanderTarget, and that's the target we just gave him. Cool, that's good. But he's got there now, so if I run that same command straight away again, we will see that his WanderTarget has gone. So when he gets to his destination, he deletes his information. Cool. We'll keep that in mind for later because we'll use that. Right, so that's one way of doing it. We can set it directly. We can also set it from storage though, so let's do that. Don't wander off too far. Set, we'll say set storage, that'll do. Okay. And what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to data modify storage. A trader data, that's from my testing, so that's what I'm going to call it, trader : data, and I want WanderTarget. This can be any name you like, I'm just naming them the same so it makes a lot of sense. Set value, and what coordinates do we have? Do we still have them saved? We do. Okay, oh, it doesn't like that. Okay, now if we looked at his data before, WanderTarget. There's a capital X : 42, capital Y : 50. Okay, so we've got to, let's copy that then. X : Y : and then we'll have capital Z. He seems happier now. Okay, done. Let's store that and let's have a look at the data. Data get from storage, trader data, and they're the coordinates. Nice. Now let's copy those coordinates to him. So what we'll do is we'll get a fresh block and put it in. Execute as any entity. Any entity whose tag equals myTrader. Run. Actually, well, I'll show you a difference here. I'm going to delete that for now. X, and we'll just do data modify entity at entity tag equals myTrader. Now it's red. WanderTarget set from storage trader data WanderTarget. Okay, it's red because, well, glad I spotted that. It's red because data, you can only modify the data of one entity, and there could be lots with that tag. So we could put limit equals 1. Now that is going to be fine for the situation we've got here. Done. So if I press this, off he goes. Good. Well done. But if we had more than 2, what we can do is at the beginning we can do execute as any entity, tag myTrader, and then we'll change this from at any to at S. Okay, so it's going to run that at each one individually. Cool, so we'll keep it like that. Done. So we've got 2 ways of doing it. We can set it directly ourselves. We can set it to storage. Let's have a way of clearing the storage as well. Just in case we need to. Clear storage. So let's have a look at our storage, trader data, and in trader data we have WanderTarget. Okay, so let's do data remove from storage, trader data, and now we have to say what inside trader data do we want to delete. I want to delete the WanderTarget. Done. If we press that, let's get our data again. Nothing in there now. It's nice and empty and blank. Okay, let's put it back in. What can we do? What can we do? We could change one element. Let's do that. We have coordinate safe. We have an X, Y, and Z. Let's just change the Z. Change storage Z position. That'll do. Okay, so let's data modify storage trader data WanderTarget. I only want to change the Z. Dot Z set value, and let's press done. We need to put a value at the end yet, but I need to get the value, so press done. What are we storing? 29. Okay, so Z29. Let's say 39 instead. Let's change that to 39. Okay, so set storage. Let's check our storage. 42, 56, 29. Let's change and check our data again. And 39. So we've just changed one element. So if you just want to change one element of the array, that's how you do that. What we should do then is take that. So now we just copy it back into the trader again. Okay. So that's set storage. He goes there. And then we'll change one element and tell him to go there. There we go. So we've got him going between two. We could just keep doing this. 1, 2. That's going to get a bit tedious. Okay. What else can we can increment a storage array. So if we want an increment array, the first thing I'm going to have to do is copy the data from the storage and copy that to a scoreboard. So I'm going to need a temporary scoreboard, and that's what this is for. Scoreboard, objectives, add. I want a temporary value. It'd be of type dummy. We're done. Doink. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to have the correct type of block to start with. And we'll say increment element. That'll do. Right. Let's copy. First thing, let's copy from storage to the score. So execute store result as a score. We need a fake player. Let's just call them pos. And we'll store it into their temp value. What do we want to store in there? We will run data, get from storage, trader data, WanderTarget, and I'll change the Z. There's Z. Done. So let's have a look at our WanderTarget. I will be taking 39 and storing that into temp value. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoreboard players, add fake player pos, their temp value, and let's add 10 to it. Okay, so now we'll add 10 to that. Now we need to copy it back into storage. Execute store result into storage, trader data, WanderTarget.Z as an integer. We'll multiply it by 1, so it stays exactly the same. Run scoreboard players get fake player named pos from their temp value. That's it, from their temp value. So let's have a look. 42, 56, 39. Let's run that. 42, 56, 49. Run it again. 42, 56, 59. Okay, so now, oh my, what's he doing all over there? Set it back to its default. Come back, come on. You didn't have to go that far away. Now we just have to wait for you. It's very unprofessional. Come on. Right, done. He's forgotten his target. So we can do this. And why doesn't it work? Because all we've done is we've changed it in the storage. We haven't copied this block. Let's copy this block. There we go. You pest. There we go. So we need to copy the block so we're actually copying the data to him. Right, now increment it by 10. He'll go to the new target. And he'll stop. Increment it by 10. He'll go to the new target. And stop. Yeah. We can also do 1, 2, 3. Remove. And then he'll start coming back again. Okay, so that's another way you can play with the data. And he's going to come back again. There we go. Okay. Now, we can also check to see if he's actually got a target currently. So let's do that. Because he deletes the data, we can just check to see if there's any data at all. Has target. So we can execute as any entity tag equals myTrader. Run, say, I have a target. Now, obviously, that's just going to say, well, I can see the trader. I'm going to say I have a target. So we need to check that he's got the data. So in here, we'll do an MBT check. WanderTarget. And we'll just say, is there anything there at all? Okay. Done. And I'm going to copy that block, shift middle mouse, and put it down. Chain always active. And I'm just going to put here MBT equals exclamation mark, which is a inverter. So, and we'll say no. Let's do it in big letters. No. he is crazy. He's shouting. No target. Done. So we press it now. I'm expecting him to have no target. No target. Let's set him on a trail. I have a target. I have a target. He's got there. No target. Cool. So we can now check to see if he's currently on his way somewhere. Okay. Let's see if we can set up a little path for him to follow using all the stuff we've done so far. Now for this, I am going to want a couple of extra scoreboard objectives. The scoreboard objectives add. Firstly, I want to know location ID. This is going to be which location are you currently going to? Done. And I'll just shift middle mouse and copy that actually. And we'll have location updated. This is, has your location just been updated? Done. Okay. Now, what we'll do is we'll make a little controller here. Actually, what we'll do is we'll create an array of locations. Storage array. Done. So let's go over to our original set from storage and we'll copy all of that. Done. And we'll take it with us. And we'll paste it in here. Okay, so we've set the value to one thing. I want to create an array. So the first thing I'm going to do is put square brackets around that. That's my array. My array now has one element. One element, and we start counting at 0, so it is element 0. That is element 0. I'm going to copy that. Copy. And I'm going to paste it. Now I have 2 elements. And I'm going to paste it again. Now I have 3 elements. So we have element 0, element 1, element 2. Let's change the coordinates a bit. So he starts at 42, 56, 29. And then let's move him 10 blocks in the positive Z. So he's going to go away from us. And then let's bring him back to 42. Yeah. We don't want him to come straight back to where he was. So let's say 32 on there. So that's negative X. So let's just have a check. And we'll put So what have we got? 42, 56, 29. Then he's going to move 10 blocks in the positive Z. Let's just check that. I can't see what that number is. Oh, isn't it annoying when it does that? There we go. 42, 56, 29. Positive Z. Okay, so it looks like he's going to be walking in a triangle. So he's going to be going from here. Positive Z10 is what we said. He's going to go up here. And then he's going to go over here. And then stop. But what we'll do is we'll set him back to 0. So he'll go back here. And we'll have him going around in this triangle. That'll do. Right. Let's enter that into the storage array. Let's check that data first. WanderTarget. There's our information. Looks okay. Right. Let's make a controller to cycle through those. Controller. I suppose we'll call it sequence because we're going to go through them all in sequence. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check, hey, have you got a target currently? Execute as any entity. Tag equals myTrader. MBT equals doesn't have a WanderTarget. Boink, doesn't have anything in their WanderTarget. Run tag add s add no target. He's sad, he's got no target. Okay, done. Now we're done. Don't go too far away. Right, let's get a clean block, put it down here. Right, what I'm going to do, execute as any entity whose tag equals no target, doesn't have a no target, and whose scores equals location ID equals 0. So if your location ID is set to 0, then data, then run data modify entity add s WanderTarget set from storage trader data WanderTarget, and we want to get element 0. Okay, now this is all right, but we want to add some stuff. So currently, if you've got no target and your location is set to 0, then, or your score is set to 0, then actually set your WanderTarget to element 0. Right, but I want to add some extra stuff in here. So before we run that, I'm going to say, unless your score location updated matches 1, there we go. So now it's not going to do it if they've got a location updated score of 1. Okay. But also, if we do change their WanderTarget, we want to say their location has been updated. So after we've done that check, we will also store success as a score at s location updated. We spelled this wrong, it'll be confusing. Location updated. Right, so now if we do update the location, we will save a 1. That's going to say, yeah, your location has been updated. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's say done. And what we'll do is we'll make this conditional, and we'll say scoreboard players at any entity, scoreboard players add any entity, tag equals no target, location ID 1. Done. Okay, so we've gone in and we've said has your location been updated? Right, if it hasn't, I will update your location and I will store the fact that I have updated your location. And now I will increment your location. Hello. Right, now what we're going to do is just going to clear that, and I'm going to copy those two blocks. And basically we want these two blocks for every element in our array. I've only got 3, so I'm going to do control middle mouse, and I'm going to put that and make that conditional. And I'm going to put that and that again and make that conditional. Right, we do need to make a couple of changes though. So here's our first one. Let's change our second one. Well, the second one, we've done 0. So now let's check for 1. And we'll get element 1. Done. And this will stay the same. We still want to increment by 1. That's fine. We want to move on to the next element. So the next element. Well, this is going to be 2. This will be 2. Home. So let's say 2. Done. But I've got no more elements. So now I don't want to increment by 1. Now I want to go back to the beginning. So we're going to change this here to set 0. So now we're going all the way back to the beginning. Okay. And that, are you here to learn as well? Can you move away just a little bit? That's it. Okay. Right, now we better reset whether the location has been updated, and we'll reset the node target. Scoreboard, players, reset for any entity, tag equals myTrader. And what are we going to reset? We're going to reset, has your location been updated? We'll reset that. Done. And we will tag all entities, tag equals no target, remove no target. Done. Right, now let's put onto the sidebar scoreboard objectives, set display onto the sidebar. Oh, look at all those scoreboards I haven't deleted from previous things. Location ID. Okay, we're showing that already. Right, no, he hasn't got an ID. So if I turn this on, he doesn't know where to go. He's got no current location. So we better give him a location. We can pick anyone we want. Let's set location. Makes sense to start at the first one. Since it's an array, the first will be 0. So let's do scoreboard, players, set entity, tag equals myTrader. Let's set his location ID to 0. Done. And it's fixed to 1. So he is now heading off to his first location. Off he goes. And now, you're very good, little man. You go, yes. Okay, he's going around in the expected triangle. Very nice. Perfect. Okay, now I think we probably can change a couple of these commands and it will run exactly the same. I think it's worth doing as an experiment just to see. Right, experimenting on screen. I'm going to get rid of that off the sidebar because he has a very long, we'll say name. This is UUID. Now, being the first command, before this command, nothing could have set his location. So here we're saying unless score location updated matches 1. Well, there's no command before this to set the score to update his location, so we could probably remove that. It's one little less thing to do. Let's press done, and he should just keep doing exactly the same thing. Yeah, he seems fine. Okay. And with the middle commands, doesn't matter how many middle commands you have, they all stay the same. So we've only changed the first, and we're going to change the last. Because the last one has no more commands after it. So it doesn't really need to say, I've changed the location, because there's no commands to check. So we could probably remove this store success. here. And it should still be exactly the same. Yep. So all we've done there is change the first one and the last one. All the middle ones, they'd have to do the previous check and they have to inform the next blocks that they have changed the location. If you don't say I've changed the location, what will happen is it'll just say here, it'll go, okay, I'll change your location, and then it'll go along, and this one will say, oh, okay, I'll change your location as well, and then so on, so on. Anyway, we're done. There's a few different ways of, we've done the basics of what are we actually doing. We are setting his wander target, and we've set it directly, we've set it from storage, we've played around with storage, and now we've created an array, which has basically made a path which he will follow. Cool. Okay, that's it for now. I will see you next time. So take care. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.